going on, guys? It's Luke here for SimBoxx, and I'm delighted this evening to be joined by a long-time friend and supporter of SimBoxx. He's a man that's helped me massively grow the platform of SimBoxx from day one. It's Mr. Kieran Farrell. Kieran, how are we doing?
In Brentwood, mate. I'm here now.
That's it. He's if you hear Kieran talk with a bit of a Cockney twang, don't be surprised. Now he's down south.
Yeah, yeah, it's Kushta, it's Kushta.
Kieran, so we're here on fight week ahead of a historic, undisputed world title fight between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. I'm sure, like the rest of us, you're very excited for Saturday night.
Yeah, it's got to be a good fight. I've seen all the antics with just the fight week, what's been going on. I think everyone's talking about it, and maybe talking about it for the wrong reasons now. But again, everyone's talking about it. It's at the tip of everyone's tongue, and that's what the main thing is. It's promotion at the end of the day. Whether it's good or bad, they're talking about it, and it's everyone's talking about it. So yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And firstly, Kieran, I want to touch on now. Obviously, you've been a manager, trainer, promoter, a fighter yourself. Heavyweights, we don't really tend to focus on the weight making because they don't really have a weight to make. Obviously, they have an optimal fighting weight, of course, but a lot's been made coming into this fight about the styles of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, and whether Tyson's going to try and be bigger, stronger, and lean all over Usyk. If Usyk's going to be lighter and try and move around, but it's looking like Tyson Fury is quite lean. John Fury even saying is the lightest he's been for a long time. So, what do you make of the appearance of Tyson?
I feel like, sorry for putting in there. I feel like um, Tyson Fury um, probably was took it very serious. You know what I mean? So that's a plus. Whereas if you look at the shape he was in for Ngannou, he wasn't really playing. He was playing at it for it. You know what I mean? Like I think as a boxing person, if you said to me, "All right, I'm the undisputed, or the Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm fighting a guy who's had no boxing fights before, he's just done MMA," I wouldn't take it very serious myself, to be honest. You know what I mean? I mean, the way I was, I probably would take it serious, but then the same as his that fight.
Yep.
But Joshua dealt with him. I don't know how many rounds it took him, but he dealt with him. But that's the way Fury could have dealt with him um if he what's it called, did take it serious and got in shape for it. Where you can see the differences that, and I think even with the cut being in the last camp for this fight, it's probably done him the world of good to give him an extra couple of months now to get in even better shape. You know what I mean? So like, as much as he was in good shape then, I don't think you're going to argue about his fitness or anything. I make up him. I just had a pizza in it.
Kieran, if you used to put your trainer cap on, you're very astute. You break down fights very well. Put yourself firstly in the corner of Tyson Fury. Let's imagine you're training Tyson Fury for this fight. What would your game plan be? Would you want him leaner? Would you want him a bit heavier? How would you prepare him for battle?
Yeah, I want him lean and fit. I want him like, look. That goes without saying anyway. I don't like, look, these fighters who I'm not going to start saying names, but these because I don't want to call anyone. You know what I mean? Like everyone who gets in the ring deserves like take me out to any of them. You know what I mean? But yeah, some of them getting out of shape, and it's not a good advertising for boxing. I'll actually send you a picture actually of a recent show I went to. Yeah, and the guy, oh my god, it was like the baddest advertisement for professional boxing I've ever seen. You know what I mean? And it worked good. It worked a good look. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd like him fit. I'd like if I was coaching Fury, I'd be like, look, bro, yeah, he's a little midget, yeah. He's got to come in onto you, yeah. So take the outside and box him from the outside. You keep boxing him, use your feet, box, move, hit and don't get hit. The best thing what Tyson Fury's good at. That's what he's good at, hit and don't get hit. And when you've got a guy who gets desperate in the end, he's going to come running in. He'll walk into a shot. Tyson Fury is a big man. I don't know if he's 6'7", 6'8". He's a big man, and any of them big men hit you, and you walk into it and you're rushing it, and you don't see it coming. It's good night. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what Fury will do. And he's very good at it. He's very good at it. Like for an heavyweight, and this is why he's done so well, is because you don't see heavyweights doing what he can do. He's like he boxes like a welterweight or middleweight. He boxes like a small fighter. He hits and doesn't get hit. He's very good. You know what I mean? So I do rate Tyson Fury massively, and he is the best. You know what I mean? So and don't get me wrong, Usyk's a very good fighter. You know what I mean? He's a very clever fighter as well. Boxing IQ is a big thing. You know what I mean? And I think that Usyk has always found a way as well. You know what I mean? And he's a very good fighter. And I wouldn't write it off. It's a very good 50-50 fight. This, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say it would be lopsided for anyone. You know what I mean? I think they both have their the times in the fight where it's going their way. But yeah, I feel like Fury's um, the better bigger man. You know what I mean? And that's probably what's going to make the difference. He's a heavyweight. You know what I mean? A legit heavyweight in the heavyweight division should be beating the cruiserweight blown up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, if in the interest of fairness, Kieran, it wouldn't be right for me not to ask if you used to put the shoe on the other foot. You've trained underdogs, smaller guys before, and I'm not saying Usyk is an underdog, but put the shoe on the other foot. You're training Usyk, former undisputed cruiserweight
Yeah,
champion, naturally losing
bang him,
all the
man.
natural advantages. What does Usyk do to
Get,
win?
get on his chest and bang him all over, man. You know what I mean? Like it's not it's like people think overlook this shit and start saying, oh, you know, he does this, he does that. No, get on his chest and batter him. You know what I mean? Like it's not that hard. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like he's a southpaw as well, so he'd be always as a southpaw, be like, look, you keep your foot on the outside, always move round to your right, throw punches and bunches. You want 1-2 right up, roll under, body right up again, keep moving to the right, keep boxing a circle in the middle of the ring. You know what I mean? But like I say, Tyson Fury, I feel he will stand on the outside. If he stands in the centre, I don't know what his plan will be to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know why he'd do that, but I think if he did do that, it'd make it very much easier for um, very much easier for Usyk to get his shots off and do his work, what he's good at as well. You know what I mean? He's very good at it. He's a good inside fighter, and you know, he carries that power. You know what I mean? Like one thing, what Usyk has is he's got power as well. You know what I mean? He's not. I say these guys. This Bridgerweight's been a good thing for boxing. As I know Logan Cole is fighting for the Bridgerweight world title. I think this weekend, I think, or next weekend, and I think that's actually a good thing for boxing because like they needed that division. They actually need another division in between light heavy and cruiser. There's guys who are walking around and the bill at 13.5, 13 and a half stone, but then they're too small for cruiserweight and too big for light heavyweight. And you know,
I think Tony Bellew was a prime example of that, wasn't
who's that?
he? Tony Bellew back in the day when he was at light heavyweight, and then he took
Yeah,
too long
that's
to up
it.
to
You
cruiser.
know, there's many of them. You know what I mean? It's like the Bridgerweight. If you look at Deontay Wilder, I think he weighed less than 16 stone for fucking the fight with Fiora. One of the fights with Fiora, I think he weighed 15.10. Madness, you know what I mean? I don't know what the Bridgerweight limit is, but I think it's around that weight. You know what I mean? So and Deontay Wilder looked skinny, man. You know what I mean? Like I've seen him a few times now. I'm like, wow, he's big, but he's skinny, man. You know what I mean? His legs are tiny.
Absolutely. You know, and just going back to there, when you're breaking down the fight for either man, in a weird roundabout way, when you've got two elite operators like this, two master boxers, in your words, would you say then that the most straightforward thing to do is to simplify the fight and not to overcomplicate it?
Yeah, just don't overcomplicate it. Like you as I for Usyk, he's a southpaw. He's got to use his southpaw stance to his best attribute. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? You get your foot on the outside. He's a smaller man. He's got to get inside and work away. You know what I mean? Like doing daft shit just would be he'd regret it massively. You know what I mean? If he got in there and thought, right, I'm gonna box Fury on the outside. How the fuck's he gonna manage that when he's got his hands are like pool cues, you know what I mean? Like he won't even get near him. He'd be like touching him with a fishing pole, you know what I mean? Like he ain't gonna get near him. So I don't understand why he try and do that, you know what I mean? So it's like I say, it's very much common sense. And you know what? I'll be honest, I've been around the best trainers, man. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you now, I'm always looking for their advice, and their advice is it's just really simple shit, yeah, and it's just told at the right time, and I'm like, it makes clear sense. And I tell you, the best that it is, Joe Gallagher. Joe Gallagher. Oh my god, I listen to him, man. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I rate him so much because he says simple stuff, and it's like clear today. Like you know, why would you think about that? You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense. You know what I mean? Like the stuff what he says, like even to Sean Yaxley box on the weekend, he got beat in the ninth round. Actually, he was winning. He lost the first round, then went and won the next 7 rounds. So with 7 rounds to 1 up, and then he did something stupid what he done by himself. But if he didn't do that stupid thing, he breezed through the fight. Honestly, like he boxed the kid's head off. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? It's learning curves.
Absolutely. And just bringing it back round to Saturday night, Kieran, I can't not ask you for a prediction. You've kind of alluded to what you think, but give us your prediction. Who becomes undisputed heavyweight king on Saturday night?
You got to go. We got to back our own man. You know what I mean? It's Tyson Fury. Simple as that.
Do you think he can get it done inside the distance, or do you see this going the distance?
Well, like I say, if Usyk gets desperate towards the end and he walks into one, then he's a big enough man to hurt him. You know what I mean? So I feel like he could get a late stoppage. I don't think. Look, it's like how long's a piece of string. Usyk could come in and fucking jump on him straight away and think, right, this is his best shot. You're gonna ambush him. You know what I mean? And he could walk into one early. You know what I mean? So but I do feel like as long as Fury I would say get the tactic right, just use his common sense and box how he should box, then I think he wins. You know what I mean? And he's got the power to knock him out. And I actually see it going points, to be honest. I see it going points. I think it'll be a long fight and it'll be a good fight and a good technical battle. And you've got two of the best guys who are technically very good at boxing. You know what I mean? It's a good advertisement for boxing. You know what I mean? Bar all the bullshit in the week leading up to it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, Kieran. And just before I let you go, this event obviously is taking place in Saudi Arabia. There's been lots of big events in Saudi Arabia coming up on June 1st. The Matchroom versus Queensbury 5 versus 5. You're now involved in Team Daniel Dubois, who of course will be taking on Filip Hrgovic. Like I say, we will get into this a bit deeper in the future, but just a quick word on how that came about, how you became part of Team Dubois, and how excited are you for the fight with Filip Hrgovic come June 1st?
It comes about by environment, Luke. Environment. It would never have come about if I was in Manchester. So that's just how it come about. It listen, I was down here. I've been a fan of Daniel Dubois for ages, man. You know what I mean? I actually got a picture which probably was share when he beats Hrgovic, and I put sat with the future king of the heavyweight division. I believe it, man. You know what I mean? I believe Daniel Dubois. I do really rate him. You know what I mean? And he's been knocking people out for fun. He got a good win over Miller. He had the controversial loss to Usyk. He had the learning curve fight with Joe Joyce, and you know what? It's all. He's 26-year-old. He's a baby, man. You know what I mean? And he's in a good place. I know he's in a good place. You know, I'm part of the team now, and that all come about through the work I've been doing up here. That's it. And the environment. I'm down here. They were looking for a guy. They were looking to hire a guy. They had a few guys come in. They didn't like it. Don told me he didn't like what they were doing with him. Tried changing his style and that. He said, brought me in, and boom, clicked like that. And but Don knew me from 10 years ago, man. You know what I mean? 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I knew Don because I come into spar Ashafir Fane. I contacted Ashafir Fane myself when he was ranked number 6 in the world. And I said, I want to come and spar with you. I come down and done 16 rounds with him, got off on a train, and they was like, wow, who the fuck's this kid? You know what I mean? And then, as it was, I've had a big long story. I had the bleed on the brain, this, that, the other. I've come round, big full circle, promoting, managing, doing everything I've done. I'm end up in Saudi with Joe Gallagher. Joe's got me a job in the Tyson boxing gym. I've been there doing my shit, and Daniel Dubois and Don Charles had seen me there. And then I've come back and I'm down here. I'm in Brentwood. You know, they said, we've got this guy. Come and done 4 rounds of pads with him on the Monday. I've got out the car park and my fucking onto the car park after the session. My phone's pinging like bing, 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 bing. I'm like, what's this? Looked at my phone. New member of Team Daniel Dubois. I'm like, hey, I haven't spoken to anyone. You know what I mean? I was. They wanted me on board. They want me there every day. I said, let's do it. And I've been there every day since. And like I say, I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to. I didn't think I could train heavyweights. Honestly, I thought it might be a bit too big for me. You know what I mean? But I took it into my stride. Daniel gets on with me massively, and I think that's a massive thing as well. That we get on with each other and we enjoy working with each other. And yeah, it's a good mate. It's a good one. You know what I mean? And it's a good collab. And let's see how we get on with Hrgovic, man. You know what I mean? I'm excited, looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Kieran, it's exuberating out of you there, mate. You can hear the excitement. But just one question that I've got to ask. You mentioned there that you didn't think you'd ever be big enough to train a heavyweight. Are you going to go along the lines of Ismail Salas and get some of those big Spice Girl platform shoes to get on the pads?
It's so funny. When I got a message like, you're interested in working with Daniel Dubois, like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, sound I like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I thought, I'll go with the flow, let's do it, yeah. Like, fucking, it come out of the blue, but I like, yeah, let's do it. And first thing I did, Amy was on fucking some high heels for me, yeah. I'm like, she like, you might need to get like, and she was actually being serious as well. Like, yeah, you know what, I might need them things, you know, them insoles and all that. I thought I'm gonna have to get some, but as it was, you know, I've got that little big man syndrome in it, you know what I mean? So I get in there and I think I'm fucking 10 foot anyway. So I get in there and I push him about a bit myself, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's good, good mate.
Brilliant. Kieran, it's really good to speak to you, really good to hear from you. We look forward to Saturday night. But for now, I appreciate your time. Thanks for speaking to SimBoxx.
Top man, nice to loot.